Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm sure you're all enjoying, and I'm here to present you, yes, a very special episode, the Christmas episode of the Festival of Cakes. Yes, I've got something really, really yummy and absolutely a good, gorgeous treat for you. Yes, I'm going to show you the moist cherry and almond cake. So, yes, I'm going to show you how to make this cake. And before you actually go out and buy a cake for Christmas, try to make this for your family with love and care, and your family will enjoy it and love you for it. So all of you, Merry Christmas, and wish you all the best and have a wonderful time. So let's get going and make this moist cherry and almond cake. Yeah, so how we start off with our moist cherry and almond cake is very simple. First of all, we need 250 grams of unsalted butter, okay? And it should be very soft, not melted but soft. So let me just mix this. See how soft it is? Now, together with the 250 grams of unsalted butter, we have to add 200 grams of caster sugar, okay? 200 grams of caster sugar. So 250 grams of unsalted butter and 200 grams of caster sugar. Now what we have to do is we have to beat it till it's light and fluffy, pale, light and fluffy. So first of all, I'll just give it a mix, otherwise we'll have snowflakes flying all over the place. Now with this, we have to add half a teaspoon of vanilla essence. Now this is not very essential, but it adds a bit of zing to it. So half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then, this is a very important part, almond essence, okay? We need 1 teaspoon of almond essence. 1 teaspoon of almond essence. So 1 teaspoon of almond essence together with this, we have to beat it again till it's light and fluffy. To this we need, okay, now this recipe needs 5 eggs, okay, 5 eggs. We need to separate it. 5 egg yolks, okay, and 5 egg whites. 5 egg whites and 5 egg yolks. This is separated, and make sure that the white does not contain any yolk whatsoever, okay, otherwise it will not work. Again, 5 egg yolks. So to this mixture we add one by one the egg yolks, okay. So you add 1 egg yolk, beat it. Keep on adding the egg yolks one by one, and then keep on beating it until you finish all the 5 egg yolks. Now the creaming of this is called the creaming of the creaming stage of the cake. So the creaming stage should be done very well. And the end product should be light, fluffy and pale. Unless you get that, you will not get the correct consistency of the moist cake. Now the last egg yolk. Now you can notice it's become very nice and fluffy. It's not dense, it's more of, the air has been incorporated into it, and it's become very light and fluffy. Now what we need to do is add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice or lime juice, 1 tablespoon. I know the measurements, so please use the tablespoon if you're not sure. Okay, now this is about it. This is the first stage. Just keep it aside, okay? Now, the second stage. The second stage is our egg whites. We've incorporated 5 egg yolks into the mixture. Now we need the 5 egg whites. Now, to the 5 egg whites, we need to add, well, a pinch of salt. Okay? Pinch of salt, and then we're going to fluff it up. My favorite job, fluffing up the egg whites. For this, do not use this, okay? Because if you use this, the moisture of this will not, the moisture of the butter will not work for this. And even if you just wash it with water, it won't. You have to wash it with soap and water and then dry it. So we have to whisk the egg whites. First of all, start off with a low speed and then you can increase it to high speed. Now, the sugar of this recipe has been divided into 2 sections. The first section is 200 grams of caster sugar in the butter and egg yolk mixture. Then we have 50 grams of caster sugar, which should be incorporated in the egg white. So, little by little, add the 50 grams of caster sugar. Okay, now what I have to do is, now the third stage is now the flour stage. That is the structure, the thing that gives the structure to the cake. Okay, so this is the base of the cake. This is the second stage. Now we need to give the structure to the cake. The structure to the cake will be 150 grams of all-purpose flour and 150 grams of almond powder or almond meal. Okay, almond powder or almond meal. Okay, now this, when you've noticed, I've put half a teaspoon of baking soda. Half a teaspoon of baking soda in 150 grams of almond meal. Okay, now what I have to do is first, with my hands or with a spoon or anything, just mix everything together well. Okay, half a teaspoon of baking soda into 150 grams of almond meal. That's done. Now, the second stage of the third stage, we have to take, 150 grams of all-purpose flour. So now 2 teaspoons of baking powder has been sifted 2 to 3 times with 150 grams of all-purpose flour, okay, and half a teaspoon of baking soda has been mixed well together with 150 grams of almond meal or almond powder. What we have to do with this is take a big, I need a big spoon, and then I have to incorporate this mixture, that is the almond with half a teaspoon of baking soda, into the white mixture, and then this mixture, that is the all-purpose flour, should be mixed into the butter and egg yolk mixture. Okay, so carefully. Oh, looks beautiful, doesn't it? Carefully. Now this fluffy egg whites is going to go down. Why? Because this has a bit of fat in it, or it has oil in it. So when oil hits the egg whites, it's going to become a little bit flattish. Anyway, we'll try to fold it as calm, as tenderly as possible. Okay, and we'll add the next. Now we have to add stage by stage. So this is like folded in, okay. Just keep this aside. Now, let me take the second one. Remember our first mixture, that is the creaming mixture, the butter and egg yolk mixture and the sugar mixture. Okay, so a lot of stages in this, and what we have to do is carefully take this out, and we have to put this, okay, just put the whole thing in. I don't have the patience for that. Then Just fold it. You know the folding technique. Down and around. I've showed it to you in the Festival of Cakes, the first Festival of Cakes. Down and around. Down and around. Okay? Just keep on doing it till all the flour has been really incorporated into the butter and sugar mixture. Now what we have to do is add the egg white and almond mixture into this carefully. Just be very careful. Don't take all your manpower and go, keep on stirring it. Be very, very delicate. Treat it like a baby, okay? Very softly. Just tumble it around. Yeah, like that. So our almond is added into it. So in our cherry and almond cake, our almond has been already added. Where's the cherries? Wait. I've got around 200 grams of cherries, glazed cherries, okay? Now, what I have to do here is, in a little bit of flour, a little bit, okay? Just put the cherries and roll it around. Now, why we do this is, otherwise the cherries will just sink to the bottom of the cake, okay? Now, you needed it to be embedded in different parts of the cake. So, for that, we have to coat it in flour.